Thank you. And you guys are easy to get your attention in those t-shirts. Well, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. My name is Jim Hogaboom, and I have the good fortune of being the superintendent of Lucia Unified School District. So we're excited today to share with you some of our future plans about our goals and our vision for the district, as well as New Technology High School and the International Baccalaureate program at Dover Beach. So we're going to kind of tell you how this all came to fruition and then give you some facts about that and share why we're so excited about it. But before we start, we would like to have you introduce yourselves. And I will, did Colleen leave already? So Colleen Martin, one of our board members, who is, we had a morning meeting, we're having an afternoon meeting, but I'd like to introduce Dawn Hinchman, who's one of our school board members. So thank you for being with us, we appreciate it. And we did a little tour this morning. But with that, I'd like you to please tell us who you are and your name and kind of your association, and we'll go from there. Scott, you want to start?
Sure. Hi, my name is Scott Shermer. I'm the president of the Foundation for Innovation. We're one of the, I guess, beginning groups that are helping out with this, along with your support. I don't know if you want to... Okay, that's all right. Thanks for coming.
Sandy Lubin, I'm on the board at the Foundation.
Tina Storton, I'm a parent of a middle schooler and a high schooler.
I'm with Tina.
Jackie Walker, I'm an 8th grader at Paul Dean and a senior at AG High.
Kim Damon, I have an 11th grader and an 8th grader.
David Damon, what she said.
Thanks for being here.
I'm Brady Pasquini, I have children at Shell Beach and I run the summer swim program.
Chuck Fellows, Chronic volunteer.
You like that?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
Tim Brown, AG City Council, and I have 5 kids in the district all over the place.
You like that too?
I'm Sienna Fiorentino, and I'm going to 8th grade at Paul Dean next year.
I'm Jean Fiorentino. I'm here with my daughter, and I'm teaching Dana 4th grade.
I'm Jim Siebert. I have an 18th grader. I'm in San Diego. I'm a fan of education, and this makes sense to me, so I want to hear a little more about it.
And I'm Marilyn Corey, a retired educator.
She's my mom. Then she's here, like, to learn more about us. So I'm here in the CPR.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I'm Lisa Ray with Lisa Ray's Donation Group. I have a local nonprofit that helps disadvantaged children in need with backpacks, school supplies, and clothing.
Olivia Alvarez, I have a child at Tacoma High School, a sophomore, and a 7th grader at Mason.
I'm Joseph Alvarez, and I'm my mom's son.
It's nice to have you here. I like that. How about in the back there, Mr. O? You want to?
Yeah, Juan Olivaria, principal from Grover Beach Elementary.
Ryan?
Ryan Fran with the CMR School District, do communications for the district.
I'm Kevin Baker, I'm the Executive Director of Facilities for the district. Eric Dunham, a math teacher at Paulding.
You're there real quick.
All right, Andy Stenson, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, and I also have 2 kids in the district.
Great, Rick.
Mary Donahue, I'm with the Rotary Club of Napomo.
Julie Donahue, I'm with Barry, I'm a longtime resident of Napomo and everything that goes along with Napomo.
I'm Julian Crocker, the County Superintendent of Schools.
I'm John Weldon, supporting my wife.
I'm Janet Lowley, I support the superintendent.
Paul Sheriff, 4th District Supervisor, former Lucia School District Board Member, father of 5, all graduates of Lucia Mar, 3 in college, 2 in college right now, 2 graduates, and 1 in trade school. A big proponent of vocational education, and was fortunate enough to go with Andy and some of the rest of them on some of the field trips and see how this works in the real world. So happy to be here.
Thanks. Well, thanks to all of you for taking the time to be here with us today. This is my 3rd year in the district, entering my 4th year, and most directly from Corvallis, Oregon, where it rained too much, and so we came back to California, and we're happy we did here on the Central Coast. My daughter Elena is going to be entering AG as a freshman, and my son Jack will be entering as a 7th grader. So I too have kids in the district, and this is a great place for us to be. So let me start with how we got to kind of where we are, and that's kind of starting with our Vision 2020 framework. And my second year here, after we tried to survive the first year of massive budget cuts, the board gave me the directive. I'm shooting around a little sign-in sheet for you guys, so if you haven't signed that, please put your name on that for me. That'd be great. So my second year, the board asked to, said, hey, we need to know where we're going, what's our mission, what's our vision, where do we want to be? So we came up with the catchy Vision 2020 framework name to see where we're heading, and put together a committee of teachers and principals and district administrators and classified staff and parents, and asked them to help kind of pull things together. We did a lot of visitations. We went to Napa and saw the Napa New Tech High. We went to Tracy, which was a charter school, and saw the Tracy Learning Center, which was a K-12 school, a lot of multi-grade level learning and interdisciplinary learning. We went down to Los Angeles, saw a couple more new tech schools. Went to San Diego and saw some magnet schools, a Mandarin Chinese program, the International Baccalaureate program, some technical schools. Went to Sacramento, saw a new tech up there. And then we also went to see a lot of TAP schools. So we did get a grant this last fall of $7.2 million to implement from the Teacher Incentive Fund, and that is going to help us implement TAP, which is the Teacher Advancement Program. And really, what TAP is has a model of effective teaching, and then we release master and mentor teachers, master teachers full-time and mentor part-time, to help teachers use the rubric to improve their practice. So they have weekly meetings together and a lot of staff development right on the school site. So we have 7 of our schools that will be TAP schools next year, and that's where a lot of things got started in terms of a grant for our district. So we also visited a lot of TAP schools, and one of them was in Texas, which is a TAP school, and also an International Baccalaureate school. So those visitations were really instrumental to helping us create our vision, because we wanted to look at what other schools were doing, especially in California, that were successful, and had a lot of time to talk in the bands along the way, which is probably just as productive as the visits themselves. And again, I think part of learning and growing is seeing what best practices are. So in addition to that, we had meetings at both of our high schools. We had a community forum in the Clark Center, and we had Bernie Trilling, who was one of the co-authors of the book that you see here, 21st Century Skills. And at that time, he was the president of the Autodesk Foundation and did a lot of work around 21st century skills, and we used a lot of his work to guide us. We also had Warren Baker, who was the president of Cal Poly. We had Gil Stork, president of Cuesta, Jose Ortiz, president of Hancock. And really the question was, what skills do our students need to be successful in the 21st century? And got a lot of different opinions about that. So we got the business perspective, we got the college perspective, the junior college perspective, and asked a lot of questions. We Skyped in one of our counselors from Napomo High School's daughter, Joe Hubble's daughter, and she was in Syria doing on the Peace Corps, and asked her, hey, you're over here in another country, what skills are you using that you feel need to be most successful? So really a lot of exploration, and again, not only where we want to be, but what's our most important mission, and what are our values. So you can see those here. So our mission, I think we came up with a compelling mission, which is engage, challenge, and inspire. And we hope that if we do those things, that will be a precursor to learning in the district. Came up with our core values of integrity, teamwork, excellence and personal best, innovation, and resilience. And it's kind of funny seeing it on paper, because I recall a lot of the discussions and arguments we had about which were the key values that were most important to get down there. So a lot of conversations back and forth. I like to use the example of excellence and personal best, because people wonder why both of those are on there. But it really is because in the end, we kind of got 2 groups, and we've been narrowing down lists that we've been discussing for months. And one of the groups felt that excellence as a standard was important by itself, that it's a high level of achievement. And the other group felt that, hey, personal best and trying as hard as you can is important as well. And you can't always be the best, but you can try as hard as you can. And then the other group came back with, yeah, well, there's a certain standard, and if you're an accountant, you want to have somebody who's going to do the records and do it to a certain level, and trying hard doesn't really count. So after going back and forth, that's just one reason why we have excellence and personal best, because we felt both of those ideas were important. Resilience actually initially came from one of our school resource officers down in Napomo, who talked about the fact that from his experience as a sheriff, that students didn't have a lot of resilience. When they came across a difficult task, they gave up. they didn't have the tenacity or the perseverance to kind of hang in there. So different people kind of brought these ideas, and we argued about, was it